What's up guys? Today's video we're going to talk about how cutting your timber and hinge cutting in certain areas you can create strategic bedding areas like this tree right here that we actually girdled last year. Let's take a walk through this bedding area and I'll show you what's going on. Me and Zach came in here last year and we actually did this cutting in last March. We're in 2023 now. I was able to get to the property today. We actually have a water hole right over there and a tree stand about 50 yards back that way to catch this movement on either side of this bedding area. And it is really thick back in here. Let's get up in there and see how it looks. As you guys can see here, we're already getting massive growth of woody regeneration through here, allowing that sunlight. They're nibbling on all that. And before we get started guys, go ahead and click the link down below, subscribe to our channel, turn on the bell. That way we're going to be posting all kinds of videos this spring and summer on exactly more timber cutting and how you can create bedding and travel corridors on your property. We have lots of regeneration in through here. Sun exposing itself to the floor. You get that flush of growth. This is also how you feed deer in the wintertime. You know, providing this woody browse is what they naturally transition to. You can see here we got this maple that we actually flush cut. We fell it that way. Look at all this regeneration coming through here. Comes off, it's all nibbled on. This is awesome stuff to feed the deer, guys. You see on this piece here that we actually hinge cut, one this way, one that way. We're starting to get some growth coming out of that. Coming through here, coming right off, chasing the sun, because you actually have enough sun able to come down in and hit these hinge cuts. We actually have a bed right here. There's like 2 or 3 over there with all this woody browse regeneration. Another tree cut there, all growing up all through here, all these briars and everything. We got this one here starting to regenerate. This one a flush cut, just fell it back into that way. All the tops and stuff are eating off of there. We got a hinge cut here, and check this out. All the browse, it's all chewed off, it's regenerating all through here. Now back in here, you can see we have kind of like, here's actually a deer trail that's coming in. Some hinges going either way. But then if you look in here, the trail goes down through here, goes in between these hinges, and they can actually move through here. We didn't make it too thick. It's always best to cut some and then wait a year or so. And if you have to come back in later on, you can cut some more. But I'm happy with this so far. Let's go over here and check this out. This is pretty cool. You see this one's hinge cut here. All these tops, all these buds coming out. I'm getting tore up the briars. All this here, it's all regenerating, coming out, chasing the sun, and it's all nibbled off of. You guys can see all through here, all coming out the top, all that good stuff. All these briars all regenerating through here, all the way through. Awesome stuff. Now with this thicker area up here that we cut and hinged for some bedding, we also on the lower bench here just drops down slightly. We created this travel corridor. It comes from over here. There's a huge hill that drops off on both sides, but it comes through here. We're using it very heavy. We just hinge trees this way, we hinge some this way, and some of those are actually regenerating as well, which really wasn't the purpose. It was just kind of make them use this trail a little bit more, because this actually leads out to our tree stand. Right here is our water hole. This is 100 and I think 5 or 10 gallon tank. We got some Tractor Supply. Me and Zach put that in last year, and the deer were coming off this bedding over in here about 50-75 yards, hitting that travel corridor I just explained, hitting the water. And right there is a tree stand. We can slip in on the other side of this hill, walk straight up, and then get into our stand right there. Another hinge here. We actually have a bunch of regeneration. You guys do this, a lot of people are scared to cut their timber. Well, you have to get going. You have to make a move, and you just have to get in and do it. You don't want to be destroying your woods. You want to know what you're cutting. Whether you're cutting maples, hickory, beech. Beech aren't really anything for deer. Now I usually just cut them off because they kind of shade out. They can get really big and they just shade out everything. But you just have to start. You have to get in there, do some cutting, open up that sunlight. You don't want to be dropping all your oaks. Know what you're doing. You can hire somebody, but all this is food, cover, bedding, and it's a perfect location. And I see a rub. Got a little nice little rub here. Kind of thick down in here as well. This is another bench that kind of drops off down into an old logging road. When cutting in these bedding areas, have a reason, you know, where they're at, where they're going to be, whether they relate to. Our food is this way about 250, 300 yards or so. We're going to make some more bedding up that way, have this back in here. Our stand's going to be a morning stand, which we can, like I said, slip in on this side, come up the back side, and then all this bedding area starts over in here. But get the cutting, I mean, you can see the sunlight. We're going to give this until green, you know, flush springtime hits, see what it looks like, and then go from there. And for more information on how to become a better land manager and more information about cutting, give this video a watch right here.